So they need better training. They need to say, you have to have XP Service Pack 3 to install this software.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, they didn't check it. It must not have been on his list. And unfortunately, I never talked to him, so I won't be able to relay the message. Hey, here was the problem, in case you want to know. For later.
Yeah, and we're closing up the show here, but it's always nice when you deal with someone on the other end that the both of you are in the same technical wavelength, and then you have an intelligent conversation, and it's like solving a mystery. Oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, so, and you also get those type of conversations where you get that someone's very knowledgeable about the product. Then, so
yes. One more thing.
Sure.
I wanted to cover real quick. I have a major fault with me, and that is I like to help too much.
Okay. I've been told that before, and I can't tell you the amazing things that come after that, but okay.
Now, so we get some emails and some calls. A lot of it's just questions here or there, just generic questions.
Mm-hmm.
But we have had, Lala and I have quite, not quite a few, but a number of people who want more in-depth help. Not like, hey, what's the best kind of RAID array? I mean, specific problems to their server. And a lot of them we've done over email, back and forth, which can be time-consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them actually specify, we don't want this on the air. So it's not even anything we can use for the show because they requested not to have it on the show. And it's fine. I mean, I like to help when I have time. But it's been getting more and more lately, which is fine again. But I think what I'm saying is it's great. I like the questions and I like to help, but I think if anybody has any questions like that, I think email either me or Lalo, whoever you want to help, and we can offer some services to do that. I'm thinking we can work out some kind of rate that's beneficial to both of us. So if you have a problem with a server, I'm just gonna throw round numbers. Let's just say your rate's $100 an hour. We might work out something like $50 an hour to where you're learning and we're helping your client. So you're still billable. We get paid for our time. What do you think, Lalo?
Well, I would direct them all to you because my schedule is kind of sticky.
And it has to be after hours as well. Because,
yeah, I mean, you know what Matt is saying. He's not saying don't send emails. He's saying there's some situation where it requires more than a question answer type of session where it's it becomes a back and forth conversation. There are times where I actually logged into folks' environment, so that's what he is referring to.
Quite a few times we actually did remote sessions to clients or the techs on site with their workstation or their server. We actually do a remote session, just like I do for my customers. We actually remote session into their computers quite a few times to get it worked out and help them out. And of course, I don't mind doing it.
Oh, right. No, I'm not griping about it. Right.
It's getting more and more. And with my limited time, I think it's only fair for both. I mean, if you're the client, you the listener would still be getting more training and billing, but at least give us a little bit. 'Cause that's more consulting work than what we do on the show, which is advice and generic instruction, not necessarily specific instruction in one specific instance, especially when we can't use it on the show. Again, I'm not trying to complain. I'm happy. Everyone I helped out, I'm glad I was able to help. I loved helping them. They were all very appreciative. So it's not any kind of complaint, but with the schedule I have and with, of course, family and everything else going on, it's just better if I kind of separate that into more of a consulting kind of thing. Cool. So if you want to do that, just email either me or Lalo at podnutz.com and we can see what we can do. That's not to say I'll be able to help everybody every day because I still have to have my free time.
You got it. So again, hopefully you get what Matt and I are relaying because we love to help the people because it's very gratifying to help someone who's been stuck for a weekend, and and everything gets fixed. I mean, that's what we're here for. But as we all know, sometimes these 5-minute conversations turn to 3-hour sessions, 4-hour sessions, and
I had a quick question. And that's what I'm saying. I like to help people, especially when they're appreciative. A lot of times, customers aren't really appreciative. They just expect you to help them.
No, and you guys are, and
right. And everybody I've helped is very appreciative, which is very nice. And that's why I like helping, because I know they're appreciative, and they tell me they're appreciative, and I can hear in their voice they're very appreciative. So that's why I don't mind helping what I've done. So just, I don't know about taking it the wrong way. I was happy to help. And
sure.
So
and as always, keep all the great emails that come in. There's a few today that we kind of run out of time, so we won't read them. But no, I enjoy doing this. My girlfriend doesn't, because she's like, "Can you get off the air now?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Well, my wife, we have things, and when I tell her I'm working, even though I don't get home till 7:30, and I work a few more hours on something, she tends to get old for her now.
Yeah, I tell my girl that Steve Tribino will fire me. That's why I said Steve will fire me. No, but well, that's the beauty of Podnutz. I mean, it's great. I mean, you have people helping each other out. I'm not in the forums that often as I once was, so I really apologize for that. But I bleed Podnutz, whatever the color of the logo is, because I'm colorblind. But I mean, this is great. And Steve Tribino, what he started with a mic and a mixer, a Pepsi can, straw, and a piece of gum. Now it's a powerful terrain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't had much time to be in the forum. I pop in there once in a while, but again, it's so busy. I don't usually have. I'm lucky if I have 10 minutes to myself a day. Usually.
Oh no, that's why I appreciate all the shows that are on this network, and the people like Door, and I mean, I can be, again, it's very gratifying to be behind this mic, and at least it's kind of cliche, but if I help one person, then I don't know what the rest of that saying is, because I forget. But I mean, it's it's great, and that's what we're here for. Because I was once that guy on the other side, where the difference between a switch and a router, and RAID 5, and it's a beautiful thing, and whatever we can do to allow you to grow, that's what we're here for. All right, Mr. Matt Rating, is there?
So if anybody has any just generic question for the show, or any question for the show, show topics, email us, Matt, MATT, at podnutz.com.
There you go. And you can email me at lotto@podnutz.com. Sorry, I have like 15 different email addresses. But I do want to make an announcement later this week, hopefully on Friday. So by the time you've downloaded this, it's probably up and running. If you go to learntoUseMyPC.com, I've launched a new product, and what it is, here's a DVD cover for those who are watching the video. Look at that awesome artwork. Fancy. It's a product for your end users. You ever get the common questions, how do I burn a CD, or how do I do this, how do I do that, or fill in the blank. I took the most common questions I've been asked over the last 15 years I've been doing this, and pretty much I created a DVD series. So again, it's not targeted toward you, but it's targeted toward your customers. And there is an affiliate program, or all type of different options, and you can always contact me. But again, hopefully it's up and running by then. LearnToUseMyPC.com, and I've given it to a few people, and got one compliment. The guy said, my wife hasn't made me dinner yet. I'm like, or my wife never made dinner last night. I guess it was her turn to make dinner. And he's like, because she was watching your videos. I'm like, oh, that's a good compliment. And so, we help out people every single day. I mean, I always get the same questions, and people they want simple layman terms, so the light bulb hits it and they go, and I'll get it. Thanks. And, so check it out. And other than that, keep the emails coming. Again, we definitely enjoy it. Go to podnutz.com/deals, Steve Tribino. And if I say his name one more time, like I should have like a counter every time I say Steve Tribino, like ESPN, bing, bing. He has a bunch of deals for the Podnutz listeners, definitely check out the other shows on the network. And with that, we'll see you next week.